Welcome to Smashing Through with Rebecca.x, where we don't just talk mindset, we live it, lead it, and build from it. The space where mindset isn't motivation, it's mastery. After 400 plus episodes and years of deep recalibration, I've learned one thing. The women who change their life, they don't wait for the strategy, they shift their identity. So let's smash through the noise and rise. There's always going to be BS, drama, and chaos. So what do you decide? Big question. This episode actually coincides with my other podcast episode, number 475, which is what are you available for? Now, the thing is, in life, there's always going to be negative and positive. It's a bit like a battery. You've got to have negative and positive. However, there's always going to be BS, chaos and drama. So do you want to be a part of that or not? I choose no. I choose I'm not going to be a part of that. I am not going to live in fear, shame, guilt, negativity, toxicity, drama, chaos, trauma, BS, all of that. I'm going to heal from any trauma. I am going to remove myself from listening, watching or reading anything that is just fear or negative or anything. I'm not interested. Yes, some of it does filter through when I'm scrolling through social media. I don't listen to the news if I've got the radio on in the car. I don't watch TV. So I limit as much as possible that comes in, because I don't want to feed my soul any of that drama and chaos, because otherwise you're going to end up living there constantly and be fearful and everything else and know about everything. And all of it is just programming. Okay, everything is a program. And so it's all about what you choose. What do you choose? Do you want to live abundantly? Do you want to live knowing that you can and will achieve anything you set your mind to? It's all about the goodness. It's all about abundance and joy and happiness, kindness, love. It's not about living in the happy skippy. Yes, life ebbs and flows. There's roller coaster rides of ups and downs and everything. I get it, right? But 9 times out of 10, when you can actually live in the joy and the abundance and the greatness of life and being grateful, grounding yourself, being around in nature, doing the things that bring you joy and light you up, you're going to experience a much more positive life than if you sit there and watch the news constantly all the time. Like back when I was growing up, the news was on like 6 p.m, 10 p.m. Now it's available 24/7 and it's just programming. It's just like they're just programming us and it's like constant. And it's just no, it doesn't add value. It doesn't replenish. It's just drama, and it's not what I choose. So my question to you is, what do you decide? How do you want to live your life? How do you want to feel? What do you want to experience? How do you want to move forward with your life? Especially if you're a role model for other little humans, or big humans in my case, because my kids are grown. So really think about it. What do you decide? Do you decide to stay in the past? Do you decide to live in fear? Do you decide to plug into everything that's outside of your control? Or do you do the inner work? Do the mindset work? Do the shift work that you need to do. Do the healing work that you need to do in order to live the best, most abundant, remarkable life that you can possibly live. You are here for a mission. You've got a legacy to build. Do it. Okay? I encourage you, do it. Empower you, inspire you. Do the things that light you up and bring you joy. Do not plug into anything that doesn't align with you, that doesn't make you feel good. You can always choose and decide something else. Whenever anything happens, which is great, if I've had a great day, no one needs to have done anything or said anything to me. It's like, thank you, universe, for this amazing day. More of this, more of this. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so in gratitude every single day because I get to show up. I get to change lives, empower people, even if it's a message on a voice note. Even if it's a little voice note to my clients, okay, of individual, of something that can really enhance their day or a different perspective of the situation that they're experiencing right now. because I have a different energy. I've got a different frequency. I live and kind of vibrate on a different plane, on a different frequency and vibration, and it really is wonderful. Now, with saying that, that doesn't mean that negative doesn't affect me. Yes, it does. I'm like, I phone my friends and I'm like, have you got 8 minutes? Yeah, okay, cool. And I just rant, because you need to release and let it go. We're not immune to anything, okay? But what we can do is build up our mindset to the point that not everything affects us, and we don't need to rant 24/7, and we're not living in a negative vibration of a black cloud over our head constantly, and everything is negative and everything's not your friend and you're blaming everyone else and you're in a victim mindset. We're not doing that. We're in the empowerment. You need to surrender all of that, release and let go. You need to heal and build up your mindset to the point. And this is what I do. I help so many people all over the world constantly with my guided journals, with my emails that go out, for my VIP list, with my, podcast episodes. So thank you so much for listening. With my courses, so much that I do, and just basically anything that I do is part of my legacy. Okay. And so I do this every single day, whether I'm writing a book, whether I'm writing a story, writing a post, whatever I share, voice notes or anything like that. Everything that I do is empowering other people. Everything that I do is about the people, and it is all about choosing. And I decide not to really feed into anything negative, BS, chaos, drama. I'm not available for it. Full stop, not available for it. Not available for the energy vampires, not available for any human who is just going to drain my energy. I'm not doing it. Okay? I choose differently. So my question to you is, what do you decide? Because there's always going to be BS, chaos, drama, all of that negativity. There's always going to be it around. So you need to choose wisely. You need to choose better. Okay. So you can access everything that I've just mentioned over on my website, Rebecca.x. The link is in the show notes. But basically, really think about your life. If you get to 80s, 90s and you're sat there, you don't want to live with regrets and what ifs, but if you get there, or when you get to that age, what do you want to see your life being like when you look back and reflect and you go, actually, do you know what? I did do that. I bet on myself. I believed in myself. I put an energy bubble around myself so it not being penetrated by anything negative. Even though it still goes on, I am living this life amazingly, and it was remarkable and wonderful and incredible. I touched lives, I empowered lives, I changed lives, and it really was an amazing journey. That is what you want to feel. That is what you want to think. You don't want to live with regrets and what ifs. Should have wrote the book, shouldn't have listened to the friend, shouldn't have consumed 50 billion things, shouldn't have listened to the news or followed what they were saying or lived negatively constantly all the time. Mindset is the number one thing that you need to give yourself every single day. It's the one thing that can flip the switch on so much that is going on outside the window. So many of your emotions and feelings actually aren't yours. You're just observing them. You're the observer, and you're observing them in your body. And like, oh, that's information. I'm actually making it mean something that actually shouldn't mean anything at all. Why am I like this? Ask yourself the intelligent questions. Why am I experiencing this? Why am I thinking this? Choose differently. Don't choose the black cloud. Choose the sunlight. Choose the moonlight. The moonbeams, the sunbeams, whichever. Okay? But make sure that you are choosing wisely for you. I see so many people who are living their life very negatively. They're always, moaning about something or whinging about something. And it's like, do you know what? You've got so much to be grateful for. You're still here. You're a part of something bigger than yourself. What do you want to be a part of? What do you want to do? What brings you joy? What excites you? What brings you happiness? Instead of feeding into the negative 24/7, flip the script. go to RebeccaAdamsBiz.com. So much more is coming. Keep an eye on it. And I will see you on the next episode.